Theater in Tucson is very famous. It opened in 1930 as a performance space in downtown Tucson. It hosts a wide spectrum of events and concerts, featuring a variety of performing talent, ranging from ballets to jazz. It has 1,200 seats, is 30,000 square feet, and the structure is only known example of Southwestern Art Deco movie palace. And I'm very proud to say that my son helped renovate the Fox Theater. It's gorgeous and it's well known. Here I have a question from Jana7183. She says, "Hi, I'm a new sub." Thank you. Mwah. Thank you. Welcome. And you said to ask questions, so here you go. I'm wondering what you do about a postal address. Thank you. Enjoying your content and positivity. I have another question down the road too, but let me address this. Okay, think about, you need to have an address. Think about your address. What is your address? Are you in a home? You probably are. And most of my viewers are living in homes. So you have an address. Okay, it's called your domicile. You have a main address. Now, you might be able to own different property, but you have to choose one. You might have one in Minnesota, you might have one in California, but you do have to choose one because you need a main domicile. You can't walk around with 2 or 3 different driver's licenses. No. And you can't insure them in different, no. You need to, I suppose people can have multiple identities, but it's kind of against the law. In America, that is. Well, you have a domicile. It's called your domicile. A lot of people don't understand that word or they've never heard it, but it's called domicile. And it is your residential address. So what a lot of nomads do, you're asking about nomads. I use my daughters in Ohio, in Cincinnati. She takes care of my mail. She does it very well. I trust her. You have to have somebody that you really trust. You don't want them willy-nilly throwing important things away, just being careless with it. Okay, so that's my domicile, and I get to use that. It's called mail forwarding businesses, and you can actually use them as your domicile. But you have to ask them if you can do that. There are some people that they're mail forwarding, but you can't use it as your address. The government now has tabs on every address. Now, you could get a P.O. box at UPS store, but I guarantee you when you go to get your driver's license, they're going to knock it out saying, that's not applicable address. That's a business. So you have to ask the mail forwarding companies if you can use that as your domicile. So there's really your main question when you become a nomad. A lot of people go to South Dakota. They've got everything you just it's like stepping on an escalator on the floor at the airport. You step on it and they move you through. They just move you through the whole process. They'll even help you for a little price. They'll help you even get your driver's license and set you up and help you get insurance. You got the mail forwarding. You become a resident of South Dakota. It's quite the system. But I know that Bob Wells uses one in Pahrump, Nevada. He uses from there, right? Now, a lot of people are using BCM in Arizona, near Quartzsite, and then what they're doing is they're going to Parker. I've got a video on this. I'll leave the link in my description and in comments so you can see that, because a lot of people are doing that. So that's it. But you asked about mine. I use my daughter in Cincinnati, Ohio, but that also means that, and I had to do it when I got this new van 2 years ago. I had to replace my old one. That was quite the feat. Oh my gosh. Well, I had 2 months in Arizona, they gave me 2-month temporary plate, 2 months. But in 2 months' time, I had to drive all the way back to Ohio so that I could register my car because they want to see it the first time. That's the way they work. And here's why. Those are the laws. When I got my domicile in Ohio, I vowed that I was going to follow those laws. Might be different in Arizona. Of course they are. But I'll tell you what, that was my choice. And my domicile, if this makes sense, your domicile is the place where you follow those laws. And it even goes by county by county. So in Hamilton County, I have chosen and taken a pledge that I'm going to follow those laws and those rules. Now, when I go to get my driver's license, I have to go back I think in 2025, I have to go get, they want to see me. I think they just want to check my eyes because I'm getting older. They want to see me. So I have to go back for that. So yeah, that's really what a domicile is. You have to decide. If you're going to do the South Dakota, you have to make sure, if you're going to do it before your birthday, go get your driver's license, whatever. You have to make sure that your birthday isn't in January, mid-January, because that means you're going to have to drive up there in the snow. Okay, so I always want to make sure that if you're going to do the South Dakota thing, make sure that you have to factor that in, okay? Good question. Thank you. And welcome to my channel. Stay with me. I love you. Hey, y'all. Today, I'm going to answer questions, so stick with me all through. And in between each question, I'll show you a little footage of downtown that I didn't get to yesterday. Okay? So let's get started with that. Carrot cake muffin. I remembered this one fella who worked at that the cafe, the coffee shop, and I knew them because my husband and we managed apartments close to here way back when my oldest daughter was only maybe a year old. Well. The guy, one of the fellas that worked there, and he was blind, legally blind. I mean, totally blind. And he had a cane, and his wife was almost blind. And they had a baby. We would help him out every once in a while, you know. We'd go check on him, and he had other people checking on him. But he worked at that cafe, and he knew the money. He was fabulous. Well, I asked the security guard, because I thought, let me take a chance. And I go, do you remember there was a guy here? I said, it has to be like 40 years ago, or longer, because my oldest daughter's now almost 45. So, yeah, it would be 43 years ago. And he goes, oh, I remember him very well. Yeah. And I couldn't remember his name. I go, what was his name? And he goes, I just remembered. You know, things are locked away in here at some point. His name was Ernie. I remember that. I forget what his wife's name was, but yeah. Let's see, let's take a bite of this. Let's see what we got. I know I whacked my hand really hard on one of the bins. Okay, let's see what we got here. I'm gonna break it. Carrot cake. Let's see. They're spicy. Down memory lane. Now, over here, where you can see the globe, this is the historic, Pima County Historic Courthouse. Now there's other courthouses. You can see them over here. Courthouse, and then there's a state courthouse. But if you have ever seen A Star is Born, Barbara Streisand and Chris Christopherson, when they got married right there. They did. Little trivia, okay? I have a question from Claren Parker on the road. She says, sometimes I get into a funk where I need a break from your car. Yeah, you're in a car. Good job. Do you need breaks from your van? If so, what steps do you take to make getting tired of instances further and fewer between? Thanks. Do I get in a funk and need a break from my van? Well, what I do is I get outside and I go walk, or I go somewhere. That's how I get a break from my van. But as a rule, I don't need a long break. I love my van. I mean, I cannot express that more solid. I love it in here. I've spent a lot of my morning in here, just to, this morning. I love it. I don't get tired of it. I really don't. But when I do, what happens is I usually need to stretch my legs. I need to stretch my legs and go see something. I'll go to a restaurant, even if it's McDonald's, because I had the McDonald's app, and I can get, there's little deals on there, so I don't have to spend a lot of money. And I could just go there and I can get a little something to munch on, get a senior coffee, and I can sit there and look at people. I can hear people talking. I can smile at people. I can say something to the cashier, somebody who took my order. Sometimes that's all I need for socialization, because I'm usually busy with my videos and I spend a lot of time in here. Here's what happens with me, is I do spend a lot of time in here, but I'm so focused on my work and I'm creating in my mind, well, how should I approach this video? What kind of a theme, what kind of a feeling do I want to give you on my film? So a lot of times I'm not even aware I'm even where I'm at. I'm really into what I do and I love doing it. So that's what I do. And sometimes I just, another thing I do is it's usually socialization that I need. Yeah. So I might text somebody. Okay? Thanks for the question. That was really good. Is it? I didn't hear what you said before. It's this one? Oh, this. Oh, okay, this way. Okay.
in cash and gold.
Right there was Dillinger, handcuffed to Pierpont. Then Mackley and Clark on the end.
There were 3 women arrested too. I think their real names are Mary Kinder, Ann Martin, and Bernice Thompson.
All rise. The Pima County Court is now in session. The Honorable Justice C.B. Buglon presiding.
Well then, we have fugitive warrants and...
Just a minute. Just because a fella has money, does that make him a fugitive?
We have expert testimony that your fingerprints match those of the Dillinger gang, and your faces match the wanted pages, Mr. Pierpont. Does anyone have anything further to say?
That'll be my bull terrier pup, Your Honor. She brought him in to break the ice, I guess. Anyway, I'm giving her the mic here at the jail. He promises to care for the little guy.
Well, I want to say that the police officers in Tucson are gentlemen. Not like the rats they call police in the Midwest who beat us mercilessly.
By FBI agents in Chicago on July 22nd, 1934. And so ends the...
Here's a question from Truth Seeker 2718. I've seen you before. Hi, Lee. Hi. I have a question. I'm preparing for nomad life on the road. I have watched all your videos. Oh my gosh. Love you. I'm confused about how you have internet on a laptop on the road, as I work from home now and would like to continue working on the road. Thanks for all the great info. Well, this is an easy one to answer. When I'm here on my phones, I'm using my cell coverage. Okay? It's just as basic as that. Now, I use Verizon and I have a hotspot. It's called a hotspot. You do have to usually pay extra money for the hotspot. And what I do is I have a hotspot so I can hook my laptop onto my hotspot. Pretty easy, huh? Yeah. And it works fine. Sometimes it actually works better than the actual on my phone, my cell coverage. Yeah, that's what I do. So what I can do is I can be working on here looking things up because I need cell coverage for that. And I've got my laptop. It's right over there. I was watching a program on Netflix. I can be watching a program on there and looking at that, so I can have two things going at once, you know? Now, I do have another phone. I have another iPhone, and this one I use basically for videos that I edit videos on here. So, and I'm holding a lot of photos on here and videos. So that's what I use this for. My laptop I can use for watching things, but I do it on here too. But what's really nice is, like I said, is I can be looking things up, just kind of like going through Facebook or my social media or doing some research, just having fun on it. And I can be watching a program. It's like having a TV, okay? That was a great question. And so make sure if you're going to be a nomad, or even at home too, but a lot of you have your own routers at home, you have Wi-Fi. But if you're going to be on the road, yeah, for sure, make sure that you have a hotspot with your cell coverage. Hey y'all, thanks for watching it all the way through. I really appreciate it, I really do. Also, I appreciate if you subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Check the subscription. Are you subscribed? Because Google had that glitch going on, and a lot of you got unsubscribed. It was just a glitch. They denied it, but it was really going on. And yeah, so, and ring that bell for notifications so you don't miss any videos. But I do a video every single day, and I usually make it public so you can watch it at a certain time. So Eastern Standard Time, it would be 1 o'clock in the afternoon, roughly around that time. If you're in Arizona, it would be 11. Also, I've got the book, How to Live in a Minivan, the Minivan Lee Way. It's on Amazon. Just type on your laptop or your phone, but type in Minivan Lee, and it will pop up the book, How to Live in a Minivan, the Minivan Lee Way. And also, go to minivanlee.com. I've got products, I've got neck gaiters, I've got 2 of them on myself, and I've got some jewelry, and I've got sunglasses, and I've got exercise videos, but I also have different amounts of gifts. If you want to give me a gift, there you go. And the reason I mention it there is because I get 100% of it. If you leave me a super thanks on YouTube, they take a percentage of it. If I don't use Patreon anymore. I did, but I don't. They take out like 25%. I mean, I know they're doing a job and everything, but if you go on minivanlee.com, perfectly safe, I get all of it. I get all of it. Isn't that great? Yeah. Okay, so, and even if it's just a $5 gift, it really does help support me. So, until tomorrow, everybody, I love you. You know I do. Bye.